Prince Harry arrived in the UK as if he were on a mission. But what mission was that? Some said he came seeking peace. Others believed it was just another stop in his never-ending quest for publicity. Everywhere, people speculated. Would he reconcile with King Charles? Try to repair things with Prince William? Or once again launch an attack on his family, as he has done many times before? And yes, he did attack, but in a way no one expected. This time, it happened during a conversation with a 17-year-old boy named Declan Bitme. Declan is no ordinary teenager. At just 6 years old, he was struck by Stevens-Johnson syndrome, a brutal illness that stripped away most of his skin, hair, and nails. Doctors gave him only a 20% chance of survival. But he defied the odds. He learned to walk again, to read again, and to live again, emerging with strength and resilience that most adults could never match. That's why Declan was honored at the WellChild Awards, a ceremony that celebrates the UK's most courageous young people. And it was there that Harry met him. You'd expect such a moment to be filled with dignity, a prince honoring a true fighter. But instead, Harry made it about himself. He opened with a joke about Declan's impaired vision, saying it was probably a good thing the boy couldn't see him, because of his ginger hair and rough beard. Maybe Harry thought it was a light-hearted joke. Maybe he thought it was harmless, but it came across poorly. This wasn't the time to joke that a nearly blind teenager was lucky not to see your face. From there, things only got more uncomfortable. Harry asked if Declan had siblings. Declan replied that he had a younger brother, nearly 15. Harry's immediate response? Asterisk, does he drive you mad? Asterisk, no context, no explanation. Just a clear attempt to get Declan to complain about his brother. But Declan didn't. Calmly, he answered, asterisk, no, we get along well. We're like friends. Asterisk, that one sentence caught Harry off guard. It wasn't just a polite answer. It directly clashed with the bitterness Harry seemed to be fishing for. Harry tried to cover the moment with a quick, I love the correction, but it sounded more like someone scrambling to hide his discomfort. Still, Harry pushed on. He brought up siblings again, as if trying to draw Declan into a hidden club of family resentment. But Declan stayed steady. No negativity, no complaints. Even when Harry suggested that going to the same school as his brother must be hard, Declan simply replied, asterisk, actually no, it's good. We look out for each other. Asterisk. That moment said it all. Here was a teenager who had literally fought for his life, showing a healthier and more grounded view of family than a 39-year-old prince with royal blood and years of therapy behind him. It was as though Harry wasn't just talking to Declan. He was searching for himself, searching for validation, searching for someone to share in his resentment toward William. But Declan gave him the opposite: kindness, loyalty, brotherhood. And that's what cut the deepest, because even though Prince William wasn't in the room, he was everywhere in the conversation. Every question Harry asked about Declan's brother was really a thinly veiled jab at William. Asterisk, does he drive you mad? Asterisk, asterisk, that must be difficult. Asterisk, asterisk, siblings, right? Asterisk, this wasn't casual small talk. It was therapy dressed up as conversation, and Declan refused to play along. The contrast couldn't have been clearer. On one side, Declan, a survivor, fundraiser, and humble young man who has raised over £25,000 for charity and even climbed the O2 arena despite his vision loss. On the other, Harry, a prince still clinging to anger, turning every public appearance into another chapter of his grievances. What should have been a heartwarming moment between royalty and a real hero turned into something else. Not because of Declan, but because Harry couldn't let go of his pain. And that's the tragedy. In a room filled with
courage and resilience, Harry still managed to cast himself as the victim. Declan wasn't trying to challenge him or call him out. He wasn't trying to expose anything. He was simply being honest. That's what true survivors do. They don't need to exaggerate pain. They've lived it. They've endured it. And when they come out the other side, they aren't looking for pity, they're looking for peace. Harry, meanwhile, seems determined to turn his pain into a personal brand. Once celebrated as the cheeky, fun-loving prince, he now appears trapped in a cycle of grievances, unable to move on. William, with all his stiffness, has stayed quiet, keeping his head down, focusing on his family and building a stable life. Harry, in contrast, keeps reopening the same old wounds through interviews, podcasts, and awkward public moments. The WellChild Awards could have been a turning point, a chance for Harry to step back and simply honor resilience. But once again, the spotlight swung back to unresolved pain. And here's the irony. Declan outshone him, not with titles or fame, but with grace. A 17-year-old survivor showed more strength, more loyalty, and more balance than a prince twice his age. In that quiet conversation, without even realizing it, Declan delivered a lesson Harry wasn't ready to accept. Because sometimes, true bravery isn't about carrying pain.